Trump's tax returns finally come out. How America reacts and what the tax returns actually said, and maybe even less, tonight on Josine. This is where I put my intro if I had one, but I don't. Dancing to the music, but I don't. So I'm ripping off another song. Hopefully you can't tell. Crap, and then hopefully you can't tell ruin the joke. You just make it too obvious. And what you gonna do? Sue me? Actually, please don't. Like, ever sue me. Me being sued by Barry Manilow is not the topic of today's video. No, instead it's Donald Trump's taxes. After months, the taxes have finally come out, and we can finally see what they say. So let's see what they say. First thing I want to point out is that these tax returns are very old. In fact, they are from around 21 years ago, 1995. So we are looking at very outdated tax returns. However, what they say did hold relevant until about 3 years ago, so 2013. And we will discuss why starting now. Basically what happened was, in 1995, he lost about $1 billion. I think it's like 917 million, in fact. So, a lot of money. And basically, what he did was he filed for bankruptcy, and he didn't have to pay taxes for the next 17 years. One thing I want to make clear, by the way, is the mainstream media seems to be kind of ignoring, too. This was legal. He was legally dodging taxes for 17 years, or 18 years. It's not like he was hiding taxes, or he had an offshore bank account. This was U.S. government law at the time Trump filed for bankruptcy in 1995. Trump got away for paying his taxes for 17 years. Now, a lot of people will be saying, well, there are two kinds of reactions I've seen. You know, the first one is from right-wing, probably identifies as a libertarian and narco-capitalist. You know, he thinks taxation is theft, and he's saying things along the lines of, Trump didn't pay his taxes, good for him, because neither did I. Or at least I wouldn't have, dang IRS wasn't making me. Because, you see, taxes are actually communist plots, and I totally know what that word means, to make me give the causes for the government so they can protect me. Which, by the way, I completely support the wars. Every war we ever got into was really good and for really just causes. You know, but they shouldn't have used communist, socialist methods, like, at all. No, that's the bad part. Second is the liberal, probably identifies as a Hillary supporter, has the big, I support Hillary, I'm with her shirt on. Probably is also a real communist, saying things like, this is just evil. Corporate greed. Trump obviously just didn't want to pay his taxes, even though the government said he didn't have to. He should have, because it's a nice thing to do, and we humans, we should only care about, like, the right things to do. Like, dude. Oh my god, like, seriously, dude. Or, sorry, no, that's sexist. Person. Yeah, this is, like, really bad. Now, there are two more things I want to talk about with this story. The first one is how this affects Trump's campaign in general. Trump has often said in his campaign that our tax system is unfair and biased. While he was using the unfair and biased tax system to his advantage during his campaigning season, possibly, we don't know for sure. However, we do know it was definitely during his first campaigning season when he tried running in 2012. Oh my god, is anyone who finds that kind of weird? The man who has said that our tax system is unfair and needs reformed has been using the unfair, needs reformed tax system to his own advantage ever since the 1990s? You know, isn't that at least kind of strange to most people? I don't know, maybe I'm just alone on that. Maybe I'm just the only one who can still think. Lastly, I think we need to discuss where the money would have gone had Trump paid his taxes during this time. Now, this is going to be kind of a downer, okay? I'm going to say that right now. I will probably be doing some humor, but it's going to be really dark humor, and if this makes you uncomfortable, that's fine. I just feel that we here on the US need to have this discussion. I mean, the liberal outrage does make sense. Those little brown children aren't just gonna bomb themselves. I mean, everyone knows that. Yeah, this report from March from TheAtlantic.com says nearly 90% of the people killed in airstrikes were not intended targets. So even with the morality of the airstrikes aside, we are killing more people than we intended to begin with. Even assuming all of them that we intended to kill were terrorists. That's still kind of a bit much, don't you think? 90%? Those little kids can't even really find food. How are they going to build a bomb, build an airplane, make it fly, detonate the bomb, and have it land on their city so they can all die if we don't do it for them? It's more than likely a very rounded number. I mean, with how many people are in countries that we have drone striked, there's probably not even a actual normal number. It's probably like some weird decimal. Whether or not they round it up or down, I don't know. But I desperately hope that they round it up. Trump not paying his taxes for all this time might just be saving some kids' lives, believe it or not. I don't even really want to think about that, but that is the sad truth of the US government. Now, look, if you're going to tell me that I just used Trump's taxes to soapbox for the last couple minutes, you are absolutely right. I admit that out front. However, I do feel we need to desperately have a conversation on a national level about this drone striking. And Hillary Clinton has been drone striking as well. So basically, if we're voting for Hillary, we are voting for a drone striker. Now, look, this is a very complex and morally gray issue. I understand. The issue of drone striking in general. However, and if you guys want, you can leave your opinions in the comments, and I will make another video following up on drone striking if you guys want. Sort of explain those views. But until then, well, I'm Cifro Joe, and I don't have an outro either, I guess. Good night.